Shit Dad Podcast.
Celebrating the mistakes that all parents make. You're listening to the Shit Dad Podcast.
Welcome back to the Shit Dad Podcast, where we turn you from lad to quintessential Aussie dad, talking about our fatherhood experiences along the way. I'm Cam.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Dave.
And thanks again for taking time out of your busy lives to hear our experiences and share your own. Today we'll be talking all things Easter holidays, guys. Good to be back after a little break. I'm sure the listeners have missed us.
I know, feeling super fresh and missed the shit daddery, but yeah, good to have a break.
It's good to be back here recording, not back off holidays though.
Yeah, that's right.
It's all right, 10 weeks, guys.
Back to school,
Countdown is
back
on.
to school to prove to Dad that I'm not a fool.
Just before the break, we were talking about Easter a little bit. Is it a good time to go away? But obviously, we've had a little break, so we're going to be talking through what we've been up to and some advice for people for celebrating Easter with kiddos. But before we get into it, Bluey's back.
Oh yeah, that's
everyone
right.
excited?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's a Sunday. Hey, every Sunday, new episode.
Sunday, 8 a.m.
Yep,
Yeah,
cool.
that's right.
Put it in your diaries, dads.
Get the alarm on. Yep.
Guaranteed 20 minutes of peace. Probably a good time to do your Sunday morning business, if you know what I mean.
If you're lucky enough.
Yeah.
Well, there was a Batuta article saying it's an 8 a.m. Blue route time for parents.
Oh, goodness.
And everyone was joking, the episodes are 7 minutes. You'll have plenty of time left over.
Done twice.
Correct. You can have a coffee after.
But, so yes, came out the second episode that they dropped came out this week, and I thought it was very interesting. I had a look at at work, had a look at the ratings for
Ooh.
Bluey. So
Yeah.
keep this in mind. Peak viewership for TV normally is Sunday night.
Mm-hmm.
Then Bluey's on at 8 a.m. on a Sunday morning. The top show for Sunday night was Farmer Wants a Wife.
Jeez,
Six-
TV's getting bad.
Yeah, I
isn't
know.
it?
Yeah.
Oh.
604,000 viewers. Bluey had 528,000 viewers.
No
so almost as many.
way. Peak TV.
I know. Once you take into account all the people sitting watching with their partners and kids, it'd be a lot more. So Bluey might just be the most popular show on TV right now.
And well deserved. It's all very clever and very well put together.
Yeah.
Love it.
But did you see a bit of controversy this week about the episode?
No.
The episode was about exercise and
Oh.
featured the parents weighing themselves and going, putting on weight. Me and my wife were laughing. We're like, that's pretty much us. But people are up in arms because it's not conveying a positive body image, discussion, really. So
All right. Well, first of all, I'm very sorry to offend anyone, but fuck that. It's a kids' TV show. Get over yourself.
It's actually a fucking real relevant
Isn't it?
topic.
It's like a relevant topic that we're all thinking
for
about,
parents.
aren't we? Like,
That's right. Well, we were so relatable. My wife and I
Yeah.
were like, that's
that's so
us.
right. Yeah.
I can't.
I'm so sick of this PC world. Far out. What a G
I
up.
cannot believe that.
Yeah.
Really, people up in arms over that.
I'm just going to get angry talking about that. So.
Fuck, we need to move on.
So speaking of moving on, we've moved my kids this week into the same bedroom.
Nice.
So
yeah.
spent a bit of time moving furniture around, building things, flat packs, all you name it. We've now got my two oldest in the same bedroom. So make room for the new guy.
Yeah. How's it been?
So night 2, they had a better night tonight going
Yeah.
to sleep. Seemed to have gotten the rhythm a little bit, but last night was pretty shocking.
Yeah.
My son woke up at 4 a.m. Multiple times throughout the night he woke up, just fluffing around. But then at 4 a.m, woke up, and that was it. He was done. He was awake, and he decided to wake his sister up. So
Oh, that's going to be
I
hard
feel
to
like,
navigate. Yeah.
I feel like I'll give him a bit of a leeway for the first week. It's all exciting. The bunk bed's
Yep.
pretty fun
Yeah.
for them to climb up and down on. He's getting used to it with his sister. So
And you put the lot together as well, didn't
I
you?
did, yeah, mate.
Handyman.
Yeah.
Very manly.
Dollar cam.
I can use an Allen key. Can use a screwdriver. So yeah.
So if you have a problem that requires an Allen key or a screwdriver, give us a call.
I'm very aroused.
No, so mate, I think that's awesome that they're both in the same room, and it's gonna teach a few little things for them.
Yeah. Well, they're pretty good sleepers in general, so we're lucky. I've had some stories of parents who've tried it. It lasted a night or two, and they just put them back in the same room.
Yeah, wow.
Have you guys done it, or you ever considered it?
No, I got up at 1:30 this morning to my little girl running up and down the hallway, and I was just like, oh, this is annoying. She'd woken both her brothers up, and they were both wide awake as well. So I was like, this is not happening. Put them all back down to bed, and then at 3:30, the same thing happened again. However, she'd done her business in the night nappy, and it was everyone's awake again. And I was like, oh my gosh, got up at 4:30 to go to the gym, and I was not feeling it at all. So yeah, in answer to your question, no, because no sleep would ever be had. And there's no chance of that in the future. So we've given away the idea of having a spare bedroom.
Yeah.
Just for all our sanities.
There goes the podcast studio.
Yeah.
No, but see, your boys might get to an age where they may want to eventually, and it might come into a spare bedroom at that little point, and then they'll get to an age again where they're like, fuck you, I want my own room.
No, I reckon if my boys got the same room, it'd be like that scene out of Step Brothers when they get their room. Did we just become? There's so much room for activities. Yeah,
And then what Crush would another one.
Yeah. They'd break dance.
No power tools.
Okay. 5-star frog splashes off the top bunk, and it'd be hectic. It'd be mayhem.
So that's like just reminds me of my childhood. Sharing a room with my younger brother.
Yeah.
Like waking up in the middle of the night to being punched in the face. Like, and shit like this. Yeah.
Do you feel like that's bonded you and your brother?
Yeah, we're fine now. We're fine.
You look really punchable right now.
Yeah. I was like, what did you do that for? I don't know. I think I woke up and then woke me up. I'm like, oh, you're in for it now.
Oh, that's
Bastard.
funny.
No rooms. No sharing of rooms. There's no way I'm putting a 1-year-old with my 3-year-old, almost 4-year-old. Mm-hmm. But we did move the older sibling into a new room last, a little while ago.
Doesn't go without its hiccups.
No, it doesn't. And it was fine, but super exciting kind of thing too. Like bedtime for the first couple of nights was like super exciting, all these new things in the room and what, I can get out of my bed, and all these things. I'm like, yep, cool. But you don't have to get out of your bed. All right, you wake up, you can just lie here.
Yeah.
It worked for a little while. Now it's as soon as she's awake, she's out of the bed.
Yeah.
So does have its positives and does have its
The sun's
downfalls.
up, so I'm up.
See, I remember when we moved house, and it took my daughter a long time to kind of get settled. She was waking up just hysterically, like screaming at night, really out of place, not knowing where she was. And apparently that's normal for kids especially if you move house.
Yeah.
New
Well, that's a
surroundings
whole
and
new-
everything.
yeah.
Yeah.
We noticed, like, we'll talk about holidays a bit later, but just even on every holiday we go, because it's obviously somewhere new all the time. That first night, sometimes that second night, for our older one, almost Miss 4, is always that little bit rocky. Always up a couple of times through the night, or or just like that random cry. Like, I had a bad dream, or woke up and I didn't know where you were, or things like this. I'm like, oh. So it's so it's normal.
How do you deal with that?
You just got to settle them. Like sometimes they're still half asleep, or they're asleep and they're
That's
just
the
up
hardest
crying.
part. You can't reason with them when
No.
they're
No.
that
and they're
upset.
and they're just wailing, and you're just like, it's all right, I'm here, I'm Dad's here, or and she's a mummy's girl, so then it's just like, why do you even send me in? Like, why?
I'm happy to help, but it's pointless.
For me to sit here for a couple of minutes for you then to come in.
Yeah,
Like, it's
gives her an
just-
extra couple of minutes to wake up and
and look,
get
and
her
that's fine.
bearings.
Like, but no, it's literally it's cuddle and soothe until
Yeah.
you either get them down lying again,
Agreed.
or they come to and they're like, oh, okay, you're here,
Yeah.
safe again. It's crazy.
You say, get back in your bed.
Yeah, get the veins popping in the forehead like the Bentley dad.
I think that's all dads. What's his name? Pesci out of Home Alone.
So good.
If only the viewers could see your face right now.
There might be some content we push out this week.
One day on YouTube.
So, Nick, have you got a dad joke for us this week?
Do. It's pretty edgy, but I liked it. I thought it was funny. It's Easter related. Topical. Jesus is playing a round of golf with Moses in heaven, and they come upon a water trap, or just what do they call it in Australia? I don't know. Water trap. Anyway.
Water hazard? Water? Where they take all of my fucking golf balls.
The place where all of my balls are. Jesus turns to Moses and asks, "Didn't you do something with water once?" And Moses says, "Yeah," and proceeds to do the trick where he parts the waters. Jesus is impressed, and Moses in turn asks, "Didn't you also do something with water?" Jesus says, "Yeah, watch this," and proceeds to step out onto the water, but he sinks almost immediately to his knees. gets out, gets a running start and tries again, this time sinking to his waist. He comes out confused and embarrassed, and Moses asks, "What was it you were trying to do?" "I used to be able to walk on water," Jesus replied. Moses says, "The last time you tried it, did you have those holes in your feet?"
Fuck.
Any of our religious fans will be gone.
Yeah, no, good.
Nah, look, we can have a laugh. I thought it was going down the turning the water to wine. I thought it was going down that trick.
That'd be golf would be a lot more fun.
Like on that topic though, there was golf course related to. I was having a chat with the boys. This is probably a year ago about if Jesus was like if Jesus' dad Joseph was like on the golf course, or a modern day Aussie. What would he be saying? It's like, "Hey, come here, mate. Come and show me your party trick. Turn this into wine for me. Look at it, like proper ochre."
Yeah.
So, be a different time.
That'd be one to ask ChatGPT later, maybe
Yeah, we will.
on tdaddery. Anyway,
Ooh.
that's coming up. I did have a little story. Spoiler warning for anyone who's shit dadding for real and have their kids in the car listening. Probably get them to close their ears, not their eyes, and or turn the radio off. The Easter egg hunt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's plenty of time for kids to get out of the car. So Easter egg hunt had to be redone. So I worked Easter morning for my day shift, and I wanted to help the missus before I left, and I went and did the Easter eggs, hid them outside, and she goes, I come back in, like I've done the full army crawl under the window, and like all the curtains were closed, but I've still like darted between posts, like hiding behind posts so they didn't see me in case they opened the curtains, and I've like done that. I've put little things here and there. I'm like, fuck, looking at my watch. I got to go to work. Yeah, sweet. All right, that'll do. And I've come inside and she's gone, "Oh, they all spread out." And I was like, "I don't know. I guess I put like 2 eggs in some places. In most places, there's 2 eggs there." And she's like, "Oh, you can't do that." I was like, "Well, I'm not going to fix it. I'm going to work. So send them upstairs, get ready, and you run out and fix it." So she had to redo the Easter egg hunt because I fucked it.
Really?
Was it that bad?
I don't think it was that bad.
Was it
Like,
eggs
they were hidden pretty well. Like if I was doing that Easter egg hunt, I'd be like, "Oh, good on you, Easter Bunny. That's real creative."
Spot, yeah.
Sorry, was there chocolates for the kids to be found? Then it's fine.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay. Are they going to be sugar high later because
Yeah.
they've eaten all of them before the end of the hunt?
She sent me a photo at work after the Easter egg hunt, and it was like biggest shit-eating grins with buckets full of chocolate. So I was like, well, I don't think they would have cared that much.
They
Anyway,
wouldn't. They want to find eggs.
All wives should know if they want it done perfectly, they should do it themselves.
do it yourself.
Yeah.
Exactly. Just that should be the rule in all aspects of life.
For
eh?
everything, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, have your wives not figured that out? Because mine just does it all.
So speaking of Easter, obviously, and Jeebus, Holy Feet Jeebus, we wanted to talk tonight about how you approach it. Obviously, yes, it is a religious holiday for many people and really important. I'm sure there's a lot of families going to church, doing different types of masses and things like that. Obviously just chatting through for you guys. What's your approach to it for the kids and the day and the weekend? And then, of course, we've got some really good listener interaction of kind of what they are doing from a Easter egg hunt point of view.
I think as the kids have got older, personally, Easter's a weekend where we don't really go anywhere. We don't do anything. We stay at home and we like spend time together. And the last 2 years we've done that, and it's been awesome. Like this weekend we spent time. We binge watched all of the Star Wars movies because my Mr. Five's into Star Wars
So
now.
good.
So we had an absolute blast
Wait, what order did you do them in?
from 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9.
Oh, nice. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, went oldest to newest.
Did
yeah.
you? So you
Yeah.
wouldn't have...
No, that's how I do it.
Yeah.
Really?
I think with the
See-
kids, because they like watch 1, 2, 3, then see all new characters and be like, "What the fuck's going
Yeah, what
on?"
happened?
But at least if you watch it from 4, 5, 6, you can be like, "Oh, that's Luke Skywalker. I mean, that's Darth Vader as a kid." And like, yeah, and then oh, what? And then yeah, they got into it. So we watched a lot of Star Wars. We like played board games, and like it was just pure family time. Great fun. And I think that's worked for us, but whatever works, like some people like going away. It's like I say all the time on the show, it's about experiences and it's like comparing your own experience to other dads. And I think that works really well for us. And I think people who are struggling with not seeing their kids as much during like term time. I think it's the perfect time for people to just relax at home and just binge watch Star Wars.
Yeah.
Play board games.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that because there's maybe an expectation that I've got to go away, got to fight the traffic,
Got to be
and-
doing stuff all the time.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
far out.
holidays,
I don't wanna
but
do that.
that's like you're saying, quality time doesn't matter where you are.
It's like you said, it's a good chance because you get the Friday and then you get the Monday off.
Yeah.
You know, so you get the 4 days where you don't have to go out anywhere and you can just bond and have that quality time. And if it's as simple as binge watching something, you know, or just playing board games, spending time, going for a ride to the park, you know what I mean? Like,
There's a bit of that happening too.
yeah, that's to me, like that stuff is quite often better than, like I said, battling the traffic, getting up there, you know, like, because going on holidays with kids, especially with young kids, and it'll come up later on, but there's no light packing.
No.
It's literally, you pack your whole house and then you still don't have enough.
Yeah.
One night packing is the same for 6 nights, you know?
Oh, yeah, and then
extra
6
clothes.
weeks and 6 months, it's all the same. So ours was pretty quiet too. Just I had sister over and her kid, 2 kids over at lunch on Sunday, and other than that, it was just Easter egg hunt. You know, just
Did your missus do yours, or did you
no, she did. Yeah,
have a go at it?
no way. No way, she wouldn't want to fix it up because I would actually really hide them.
Or eat them all and have none there? What do you mean there's nowhere there?
No, it was like,
Look harder.
no, I literally would hide them like way too well, and then I'd be like 3 to 4 days later, I'd be like, oh, there's a chocolate out here. Well, what are these birds doing here? Why are they eating chocolate? No, Mrs. did the Easter egg hunt, and this year we did like we found little bunny blackboards somewhere, tiny little ones that go into the ground, and it was literally just, we wrote like, what do we call it? I called it the bunny hop, like the bunny hop 1, the bunny hop 2, or something like that. And then just around that area, the eggs were just scattered.
Yeah.
But Miss, for I think it's just the best thing that we put some on the trampoline. And then last year she was on the trampoline, and as she was jumping, like we were just still rolling eggs out, so they were bouncing like under her feet.
Yeah,
So,
nice.
oh my goodness, they're bad. Look, there's more coming. It's funny. So then, like this year, we had to do it again.
Yeah.
And a couple of times she was like looking over her shoulder at us, like jumping. And like, no, you got to do the bum bounce, otherwise it doesn't work. It doesn't work. And so she did the bum bounce, and then quickly like roll some under. I'm like, oh look, it's over the other side. Oh fuck.
Love it.
Yeah, not good with a 1-year-old though, who can't walk.
No.
And it's just like, what's this? Oh, alpha and all. No.
See, we've discovered, I think that Aldi had them. You know, there was Paw Patrol and Barbie eggs.
Oh,
and
yeah.
inside they had jelly beans and some stickers, and they're just
Yeah.
plastic. So we could easily hide them around, and
Yeah, nice.
no risk of any animals getting into them.
Yeah.
And that was the special ones they had for the lawn, and
Yep.
then all of the other eggs, chocolate was all inside.
Inside.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
That's cool.
That's
Yeah.
clever.
Good idea.
But we had a shocking run. So you speak of battling traffic.
Yeah.
We drove down, made the decision, I don't know why, to leave in the afternoon instead of at night when the kids are ready to fall asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll give this a go with the 3. What should be a 3.5 hour drive took us 6 hours.
Oh my god.
So that's to stop multiple times for crying kids.
Yeah.
We took a wrong turn, so had to go back up the highway and turn around again.
That's heartbreaking.
Had to feed the
Yep.
new guy. Yeah, it was pretty shocking. So by the time we got there, it's as if we would have left at 6 anyway. So when we came home, we left at the right time at night and got home in 3.5 hours. So yeah. So I definitely understand people's hesitation to just battle that and sit in it for the sake of it.
Hectic.
I remember years ago we did it. Was it Christmas? So sister-in-law was living down at Coomera, and they decided to host the Christmas lunch. We're like, yeah, that's fine, whatever. But then they were coming back up for like a Christmas dinner or something like that. But the thing is, there was sister-in-law and four kids, but she didn't drive. But then there wasn't enough room, obviously, in our car for 7 people. So we had to take 2 cars. And then on the way down, we forgot something. So I had to turn around. And it was just like, never again am I leaving my immediate area. Ever again. I will never leave anywhere again.
Oh, that's good.
Now, we also asked some listeners on the socials, at ShitDadPod on Instagram.
Yeah.
how does the day roll out for you? So obviously we're asking, do you do the Easter egg hunt? Are you really into chocolate? Do you focus on family? Do you go to church? All those different types of things. What is also a good gift to reduce chocolate was the question.
So
Some good ones there.
I think a few people wrote things like it's all about family and like you teach them like the origins behind it, but don't go into too much detail. Yeah, Jesus died on the cross and all that sort of stuff, and say how it's sort of related to Easter and the eggs. The Easter bunny came from blah blah blah. If they want to go that far, just be like, it's a time when people celebrate rebirth, blah blah blah. But like you said, we asked what are good gifts to reduce chocolate, or do you just go all out and have full chocolate comas? And we got winter PJs and books. Bath bombs from Lush went down an absolute treat. I don't think you're supposed to eat those, but
They're quite fizzy.
Colourful bath, I guess. One guy wrote, nuts, one weekend a year they can just send it. Sorry to the daycare teachers whipping asses. PJs and puzzles. Chocolate, it's Easter. They have birthdays and Christmas for presents. Well, yeah, okay, I sort of get it. But, like, if you don't want your kids eating that much chocolate, like, because my kids just hoe into it.
Yeah,
like, if
they
they
don't know when
could,
to
they
stop.
would melt it into a pot, into one big chunk and just eat it. So
Actually, that sounds pretty good.
actually, yeah, let's do that next year.
Leftover Easter eggs. This is turned
Saucepan.
into one giant bar.
It's the Easter bar. We also had new DVDs for the car. That's a good one.
Wait, hold on. Do people still buy DVDs?
Must be for the DVD player
In the car, yeah, the portable DVD
Yeah.
player. You know, you
this-
can download to watch on Netflix now and just watch it on the iPad.
Well, I saw Sanity's close. So.
Joby has a big section. That's
Whatever the wife wants, of course. Another one for winter PJs. And this is a creative one. Got the kids wetsuits and gear they can use outdoors. No more toys.
Very specific.
Yeah.
Are they Easter wetsuits?
Maybe there's like a bunny on it, or like Jesus like nailed to a cross or something. I don't know.
in saying
I
that.
don't know what kids do these days.
I think it's a tough thing because these days as well, the price of Easter eggs is ridiculous. Like one of those big giant bunnies, like $10, and you're like, what the hell for a chocolate? Like for a hollow chocolate?
Yeah,
No way.
there's
For
nothing
$10,
inside it.
$10, I could buy three little toys that I know my
Yeah.
that my 1-year-old or my 4-year-old would appreciate so much more.
Yeah.
Considering the Miss 4 likes her chocolate, but just goes and has a couple and it's like
You can
yeah,
buy
I'm
a
done.
packet of Pokemon cards for like $7.
Exactly.
That's a good little basket filler. Because I don't know, you guys, my kids have got like a Easter tin that they leave out for the Easter bunny, and we
Yeah.
pack the bottom with like shredded paper to pat it out a bit, so we don't have to buy as many Easter eggs.
Yep.
To fill it up. But yeah, so we'll do like one of those big bunnies next to the bucket, and then like a few little eggs inside. But most of the chocolate eggs they get from the hunt.
Yeah.
But yeah, then they get like a book and a new set of pajamas because other people buy the presents too.
Yeah.
So it's like we'd rather if people are like their grandparents are going to instead of buying them fuckloads of chocolate,
Yeah.
get us some pajamas because
Yeah.
they'll use that
Pajamas
for
are
the
a
next
good one.
4 months.
Yeah.
For younger kids, massively. Yeah, we're talking what? So
Winter
what's,
PJs.
What is your Mr. Not so older than 5. What's
8.
8? So 8 years old still. Even to like 10, 11,
Yeah.
primary school age.
Yeah.
PJs are a good gift.
Tell you what, I'd still froth over a pair of PJs.
Yeah, but
Oh, yeah.
adult PJs are just so much more expensive. I like the kids ones. Why can't they make them in adult sizes?
I think, no, they
They do now, the
They do
matching
match-
ones.
the matching ones, yeah,
We got,
yeah.
well, the wife wanted matching ones to the kids last year, so she got the same as Mr. 5 and the long sleeve Pokemon ones, the Pikachu ones.
Oh, that's good.
I saw the dad version, I was like, oh.
And that's the problem sometimes.
Too
hey? Some of them are like, the mum one and the kids ones look awesome, and then the dad one you're like,
It's scruffy.
sorry, was that first take of mum one?
Yeah.
Like, and then you've gone, let's just give it to the dads.
Yeah.
Or other times, vice versa. The kids look really cute, but the adult ones are like,
Yeah.
yeah, no. Anyway, what else we got, guys?
All right. This is a really good question. How do you approach the question, is he real? And we're not talking Jesus, we're talking the Easter Bunny.
I haven't had that question yet. I'm going to get
Similar
straight
to
there.
Santa.
I actually posted it on the group, the Griffin Blokes group.
Yep.
And got a couple of really good that I wrote down. So I had the big 3 last year. So Miss 9 found out about Santa, the Easter Bunny, and the Tooth Fairy. All not real. She was pretty upset, but I convinced her she is now part of the big secret that the older kids and adults have. And she was excited to be part of that.
Oh, that's a good
The
idea.
big secret. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
that's
the Freemasons.
Stonecutters.
The stonecutters, yeah. Then another one was, I will throw the Easter Bunny and the Tooth Fairy under the metaphorical bus to save Santa in a heartbeat. As for finding out, they are now in on it. So sort of the same thing. They used to be magic believers, but now they're magic makers.
Ooh.
I like that too. So that was pretty cool. Haven't had that question yet, but the wife, being a teacher, has kids who are believers and her kids aren't believers at school in grade 1, and she really struggles to balance that because some kids are just dicks and they just like, oh, the Easter Bunny's not real. Why are you getting excited about this? And like other kids are like, yeah, it is. The Easter Bunny's real. And she's like, listen, like gets the Nick Dad voice on. Like, listen here, you have no right to spoil this for them. Blah blah blah. If you don't believe, that's okay, but you don't spoil it for everyone else. And then the other kid comes up all crying and stuff, and they're like, oh, but is he real? And she's like, what do you think? Do you think he's real? And then you sort of put it back on them. So like, yeah, well, there you go, he's real. Because at the end of the day, like if you believe in it, it's real.
Exactly.
You know, like
yeah.
if you don't believe in it, or even if you're just pretending, just to get the chocolate.
Yeah, that's pretty smart too.
Yeah. Oh, there was one answer that came back as well. She's like, one of the mums put up, I asked my daughter. My daughter said something about the Easter Bunny. She goes, oh, the Easter Bunny's real. She's like, Mum, I'm not stupid. I know the Easter Bunny's not real. And then Mum goes, oh, well, I just won't give you eggs then. That's okay. And she goes, I don't believe in Santa either, but I still got presents. Oh. Daughter 1, Mum 0.
Wait until Christmas time this year, right? Mums don't forget. But no, I think another one is like going down. People say like, oh, well, if you don't believe, you don't receive.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like along those lines. And
Yeah.
I like how they've said like, no, it's a big, like, or you're now part of that secret. You got to keep that secret. Or magic maker. Yeah. Well, that's a really good thing. You know, like you turn it into, yep, now you're part of the crew that needs to make the young ones believe. Because there's nothing better than seeing a young kid super excited for, like Easter or Christmas. You know what I mean?
I still like get so much joy from watching my kids run down the stairs and then screaming at 5 o'clock in the morning, like fully screaming with joy.
Yeah.
It's freaking sick.
We have a great place to hide the eggs, as well as in the garden. At the in-laws, they've got a chicken pen.
Oh,
and
yeah,
so
awesome.
In where the real eggs are, we always place a couple of Easter eggs.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
kids lose their shit. Easter Bunny came in here.
We did, you guys do the footprints?
Sometimes
On and off.
last year.
Yeah. I don't know.
It depends how much energy
Every
you got.
second year.
Oh no! So this is we bought the little template for them. So you just put them down, use the powder, the flour or whatever on it. Miss 4 got out of bed, walked over footprints that were in her room. I don't know how she missed them, and then walked out past our living room, past a big pile of footprints and all of her Easter eggs and stuff like this, and just came and said good morning to us. Like, good morning, good morning. We're like, oh, happy Easter, sweetie. Oh, happy Easter. Did you see if the Easter Bunny had been? Or what? Oh, no. And then ran back out. So just in habit, just come and walk straight past everything. And I'm like, they weren't little footprints.
Could you imagine, though, like being a 4-year-old kid waking up and seeing like powdered footprints, like big, massive powdered bunny footprints right next to your bed? So a big, oversized bunny has just stood watching you sleep.
We put it at the foot of her bed, luckily, not next to her, like a creep just sitting over her and just going.
I love the smell of belief.
Thanks for the carrot and milk. I still try to, I'm still trying to convince Miss 4 and now Miss 1 that Easter Bunny, along with Santa, likes A scotch.
Yeah, the boys leave out a Christmas beer for Santa.
Mine's like a Christmas beer and a Christmas scotch, along with the milk and cookies.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Speaking of, what is your favourite Easter time drop?
Ooh, anything.
Anything? Alcohol.
I'm on holidays. It doesn't matter.
Whatever's going.
Nah, look, but actually getting away these holidays, I enjoyed a nice cold beer. We've been up at the beach because it was hot. But yeah, I still can't go past my Irish whiskey.
I went to Dan Murphy's to get my Easter beers, and I
cool,
came
Dan.
across a very pricey 4-pack of Easter-specific dark ale.
Yes.
And I had it, and it was glorious.
Like a chocolate stout
Yeah,
colour.
chocolate stout.
Oh,
It was amazing. Like, it justified the price tag.
Yeah.
It was good. I think I paid $25 for 4 of them, but it was like, and that was discounted because my mate works there. But even still, like, I was like, that is way more than I'm willing to spend on 4 beers. But yeah, glad I did. Good.
We I don't mind a dessert beer, like some of those,
Yeah.
like you're
Oh,
saying,
yeah.
every now and then. I've had a peanut butter stout before from Ether Brewing, very good. But recently I had a Revel Brewing blueberry milkshake IPA. Doesn't sound good, but it was
Interesting.
fucking awesome.
Was it?
No,
Yeah.
mate,
No.
I stay clear of some of those ones because I look at them and I'm
yeah.
like, not when I say I stay clear, like at a bottle-o and
Yeah.
I see them in a 4-pack or whatever, I'm like, I'm not
Not willing to risk buying 4 of them and not
This
like
is,
them.
this is the time I asked him and go, do I really want to waste $20 if they're 4 shit beers? But then I'm like,
kidding?
hey,
You
go.
still drink them?
Yeah, of course I will. I'll just drink 6 of the ones I do enjoy.
beer
and then drink
regret.
someone.
It's a Jamo
And that's
chaser.
it. It is a beer regret. Or I just invite friends over. Guys, try these. These are amazing.
Have one.
Yeah, try this one. It's really good.
Yeah.
No, that's interesting. A blueberry milkshake IPA.
And when you poured it, it was like it was thick.
Oh, really?
And it had
Cloudy?
heaps- cloudy. Shit floating around in it. And I was like, oh. And I drank it. And I'm like, oh, phew. Like it was really
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's cool. I do like a dark beer in the colder months.
Yep, definitely.
So, like the Guinness and
Guinness on tap at the
Yeah.
pub. Boom. Happy days. I had a question I wanted to bring up with the crew. I did have a question.
We're waiting.
Easter activity. Like we talk about spending time and stuff with the family and quality time and games and stuff. Easter activities with the kids. I Googled and thought to myself, F that. They look way too hard. / lots of effort. And it was literally just a weekend of no effort. We just, even for lunches, I think we just had like Vegemite sandwiches and it was, which is most days. But
It's your holiday too,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, exactly. And, but yeah, some of them that came up, I actually asked ChatGPT and some of them came up like make your own Easter basket, just like out of paper and stuff, which is pretty cool. It's basically what they do at school in grade 1. And it's so cool. Some of the stuff they come home with, like the Easter bunny hat, and you colour it in.
the bonnet.
The bonnet, yep. Yeah, so lots of that sort of
I
thing.
used to work at a place, and every year we would do an Easter bonnet parade. It was the greatest because everyone gets so into it and so competitive.
That's
it's
cool.
nothing better than adults who get into like that stuff.
Yeah.
It is really cool when you see it.
That is awesome.
All right, guys. Well, that'll lead us to our next segment of the week. So we're going to get into our trivia. So Nick, I believe, has some Easter trivia.
I do. I've got Easter-related trivia, and I'm so excited because I think you boys are going to enjoy it. I think you're going to get something out of it. We don't have a jingle for it yet. We're going to have to come up with something because it definitely requires it. But it goes along the lines of, do you know stuff? Time for Dad Trivia, where we learn about the life of Dad by learning stuff you never thought you needed to know.
Holy moly.
You like that?
Very aggressive.
I'm feeling it's like an aggressive segment. All right.
I thought it was punchy.
You've got 5 seconds to answer each question. There are 5 questions in this week's Dad Easter Trivia. All right. Each answer is worth 10 points. And I'll tell you at the end what the prize is.
Are we trying to do this together or individually?
You've got 5 seconds to...
Oh, together.
Yeah. If one of you know the answer, just blurt it out.
Blurt it.
All right.
Blurt it. Okay.
Question 1.
Pass.
Nailed it.
Negative 10 points. All right. In Christianity, what does the...
Pass.
Easter... Fuck This is going to be a long segment. Oh dear. Question 2. All right. Question 1. In Christianity, what does the Easter egg / bunny represent?
New life.
Yeah, I'll accept that. That's
Yeah,
okay.
being reborn. New life.
All right. So that's rebirth. Yep. Regeneration. Fertility for the eggs. Not allowed to eat eggs on the Holy Week, but the chickens kept laying, so they were blessed and decorated as holy eggs, and that's where Easter eggs came from.
you
Or
go.
well, one of the origins of Easter eggs. Yeah.
My guess would have been something around a boulder.
Oh yeah. When he came out of his death cave.
Yeah.
Tomb. Yeah. Question 2. In Christianity, what does Easter represent?
Oh, the Jesus rising to heaven.
Correct. Oh no, he's recoming. So the
Yeah.
No, rebirth.
3
I was
days
gonna say
resurrection.
rebirth.
3 days in the death cave.
No, it's just really bad because I'm sitting there going, I know that.
Who moved the big Easter egg to get him out?
I know that, but I'm just sitting there going, isn't it the same question about rebirth?
Oh my god, yeah, similar.
Yeah, resurrection. Sorry.
Resurrection of
Yep.
JC. All right, so question 3, which of these is not a Christian holiday? Lent, Mardi Gras, or Advent?
Mardi Gras.
Advent calendar?
Mardi Gras.
No, Mardi Gras is not.
Not a Christian one.
Okay, wrong.
What?
Cam was right.
Advent.
Advent is not a Christian holiday. So Mardi Gras is another name for Shrove Tuesday, and it's the last day of fasting, before the fasting of Lent.
Where did you get this information from?
Multiple sources.
Really?
So I had
Like,
to
I
check.
checked
Yeah,
that
I checked it multiple times.
I've never heard of that ever.
So Shrove Tuesday is the last day before Lent.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's Pancake Tuesday.
yeah, Pancake Day as well. So Mardi Gras and Lent are both Christian holidays
But Advent
related
is
to
the season.
Easter. Advent is okay.
There you go.
Okay.
All right, question 4.
I still disagree.
In the Northern Hemisphere, what did Easter originally celebrate? In the Northern Hemisphere, what did Easter originally celebrate?
The same?
Start of summer?
Ooh, that's close.
Oh.
The beginning of spring.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, so like regrowth, rebirth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flowers and shit.
Flowers and shit, yeah. All right, and finally, question 5. Name an Easter movie.
Hop.
And that's the only one I could find that actually we'd all know.
Yeah.
Because I was like, it was going to be name 2 Easter movies. I couldn't even find a second one that I knew.
10 Commandments?
It was basically about like Jesus movies, so like Passion of the Christ. I was like,
Yeah,
no, it's not Easter.
That's
All
a great one to show the kids, eh?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Mel
All right,
Gibson. Jeez,
30
what a great movie.
30 points, boys, out of a possible 50. Good job.
Thank you.
No prizes.
I'm still looking up that Mardi Gras because I can't wait to next time I teach this in class. Say, hey everyone, it's Mardi Gras Day!
You call it Pancake Day, I call it Mardi Gras. Shirt gets ripped off.
And I'm escorted off the campus.
Yeah. Blue card taken away forever. But now it's time for this. Meep Morp Zeep Zorb
100111100 Skynet.
Chat. DAD.
We hope you all get a good laugh out of that, like we do each time we hear it. We listen to that about 3 times each episode.
That's my favourite one we've done. All right, so Chat DAD is a time to ask AI for some fatherhood gold because we all know robots are in on taking our jobs. So the Chat DAD jingle, what do you reckon? Out of 10?
Love it.
Cool.
10.
Beautiful.
100.
Yeah. So this week we're talking. We're keeping on the theme of Easter. So I asked Chat DAD, what's a good Easter game for kids? We got egg hunt, Easter basket decoration, Easter egg roll. So that started in the White House. Nancy Reagan, I don't know. One of the first ladies started like inviting kids to the White House to roll Easter eggs down a hill. Or eggs even. I think it was just decorated eggs down a hill. And then it's just like, that's the new tradition. So Easter egg roll, pin the tail on the bunny. I feel like AI is sort of ripping off a heap of like clowns kids party games. All right, so I asked tdaddery to explain the meaning of Easter to a 5-year-old. And it came back with, it's a special holiday celebrated by people all over the world. It's a time when people celebrate new beginnings, new life, and hope for the future. A fun way to think about Easter is to imagine it like the arrival of springtime when the flowers start to bloom, sun shines brighter, and the weather gets warmer. Some people also celebrate Easter by decorating and hiding colourful eggs for an Easter egg hunt. And I thought to myself, oh, yeah, that's a really cool way. But since we're on the other side of the world, let's just go with the arrival of autumn. When the leaves die, weather gets colder, and the wind picks up so much your mum can't wear a skirt in public anymore.
Is this tdaddery?
No, this is me.
Okay.
This is my wrap up.
All right.
Explain the meaning of Easter to a 5-year-old like a Tolkien character. And this didn't disappoint. Clears throat in Gandalf-like manner. Well, my dear 5-year-old, Easter is a time of year when the world awakens from winter and new life springs forth like the hobbits of the Shire. It is a time when we celebrate the victory of good over evil, just like when the Fellowship succeeded in destroying the One Ring and defeating the Dark Lord Sauron.
Oh, spoilers.
You may ask, but how did Easter come to be? It all started long ago when the great and noble man named Jesus sacrificed himself to save his friends and followers. But even though he died, he did not stay dead for long in the death cave. Like a great hero, he rose from the dead, defeating death itself, like Dumbledore. This is why we celebrate Easter, my dear friend, because it is a reminder that evil and darkness will not prevail and that life, hope, and love will always triumph over them in the end.
Thanks, Gandalf. Very
That
nice.
was amazing.
That's good, eh?
Dead set.
And that's tdaddery for Easter.
Love it. Very educational. Dave, you can take that to the kids.
Look, I'm still, the first thing I'm taking back to them is
Only
Mardi
the
Gras.
Tolkien one. Yeah. Mardi Gras and Tolkien.
I've just been Googling it. I can't believe it's Mardi Gras.
Did you actually Google it and check?
Yeah, I did.
Shrove Tuesday.
I just cannot believe it. Anyway.
The gays got hold of it and called it Mardi Gras.
I am dead set, though, using this more and more.
All right, guys. I've come with another idea stolen or suggested to us from our new friends at the Dad's clothing company.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it's been lent, like we borrowed it out,
Yeah.
like a library borrowing.
That's a good idea, yeah.
They've lent it to us.
Either way, we are also writing a book, but our book is going to be on fatherhood. We're writing the ABC of shit daddery, or what not to do. So each week we'll bring a piece of shit dad advice corresponding to a letter of the alphabet. And this week's letter was obviously going to be E for Easter, because why start at A and do things normal? Let's do it in random order.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
For dads, it does.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. None of this mental load about, and OCD. Yeah. Anyway, I might kick it off if that's okay.
Please do.
My E is eat all of your food first at meal times. Not only do you model the example of eating all the food on your plate to the kids, but then you have time to digest and make room for the leftovers from the other plates.
Oh, that's clever.
Good advice.
Mine was, I've got a couple, but I'll go eating as well. Mine's always eat your vegetables, but if there's dessert, make sure you eat that first in case it runs out.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, get in first.
Yeah.
The other one, I've got exercise. Make sure you stretch before any physical activity, especially if there's been more than 10 years since your last workout.
Do you know what physical activity is now that we're in our mid-30s, though? Brushing our teeth, getting out of bed, putting on our shoes. I feel like I'll be stretching forever.
For me, it's just squatting down, waiting for a kid to put his leg in the holes.
Yeah.
Come on, mate. Hurry up.
Mine's shoulder checking in the car. Oh, my neck.
That's so relatable. What do you go, Cam?
Mine is, instead of teaching your kids to read and write, just teach them emojis.
Yeah, it's
They
perfect.
never need to actually read or write again.
They can talk in emojis too these
Yeah.
days. Smiley face with a wink.
Coffin.
Yeah. Just send messages to your boss and it's just the mask. It's just the emoji with the mask now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Temperature one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
Yep.
thumbs down. All
Yep.
right. Not
Yeah.
coming in today.
And then he replies, or he or she replies with a piece of paper and a pen, just for a doctor's certificate and a doctor.
Yeah.
Just thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Yeah.
And then just send the doctor's certificate.
Love it.
Yeah.
That's some really good advice. I think we've kicked off the book really well there. Page 1.
All right. It's time for our favourite moment of the week.
Shit Dad Story of the Week.
Now, guys, I mentioned that this week I set up bunk beds for the kids in their new room. The Allen key, the Phillips head screwdriver. Yeah, I know my tools.
Yeah, you're a real tradesman.
Yeah, that's right. Spent, I'm going to say, better half of a day, probably day and a half, putting it together. Feels so manly putting stuff together by myself as well. It came in 5 boxes, 5 enormous boxes. Now, we splashed out a bit for this bunk bed. It wasn't just a little cheeky Kmart IKEA number. Like, it was pretty decent brand. But 5 boxes, enormous, very big, heavy things.
How did you feel when 5 were there? Did you just start feeling overwhelmed or start going, fuck building bunk beds, let's just build a cubby house?
Yeah, yeah, with the boxes. Yeah. No, it was a lot. So, okay, 5 boxes. Logically, which of the boxes do you think the instructions would have come in? Which box would you have opened first?
Smallest one.
Number 1.
Number 1?
Yeah, the
no,
one that's
wasn't in the smallest.
No.
What next?
The biggest, most awkward box there is, probably.
No.
I don't know. The last one?
Box, no, not the last one either. Box 4 out of 5.
What?
The
Why?
4th out of the 5th had... 4th out of the 5 had the instructions.
So you have to
in it.
guess how to put it together until you get to box 4.
You just have to open them all, basically. So it was a bit of a shit show. But anyway, got them all open, put it all together. Like I said, spent most of day and a half putting it together. So proud of myself. All right, get the wife. Come and have a look. Check this out. All done. How good does it look? And she walks in and she's like, the stairs are on the wrong side.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, it's not changing. That's where they're going.
Oh God.
So it's more for aesthetics. She wanted them on the right, they're on the left, and guess where they're staying?
Left.
On the left.
Good man. Yeah. Stand your ground.
Oh.
I was like, this is critical information to tell me before I start trying to find the instructions.
Before I literally tear my hands apart with these Allen keys that are never big enough.
They are the
Yeah,
worst.
look
aren't
at that blister. Look at that
Yeah.
little red mark, mate.
Oh,
That's,
man.
I'm all right, though. Yeah.
Do you know what
Yeah.
that is? That's the mark of being a man.
Oh, mine is actually a real shit dad moment. It came from little miss, her first birthday. So did the big celebration beforehand. Got it done out of the way first weekend of the holiday. So yeah, fuck yeah, you beauty, it's done. Just nice and quiet on that night. Leftover cake from the birthday. Let's just do it, make it look pretty, and do another. Sing happy birthday just as a family. We got party hats and stuff. It's looking really cool. That's not for her. That's definitely for Miss 4. You know what I mean? So I was told I had one job. One job was to not let Miss 1 touch the candle. So I'm like right next to her, and we can all see where this is going. Right next to her in her high chair, and we're off singing, and then fine, got close throughout. No, that's okay. Kept singing, yep, all good. Miss 4 distracted me slightly after we had blown the candle out, but it was still hot. And then straight away, Miss 1 just went, and then instant tears. And then had like a little, I wouldn't say blister, but that little spot on her hand, and she just like lost it. What was worse was the missus was filming. So it's like you can see the moment. You can see like the moment
Video
I
evidence.
turn, and then next minute it's just like, and then I turn back and I could see it, and I'm like, and it's next minute,
God.
and then it's like, you had one job.
One job.
One job.
It's not often you get the shit dad moment on film.
Yeah, I know.
Oh God.
Nah. And I was just like, oh, fuck.
I had a little related shit dad story to your the birthday party. And speaking of cake, so my one job was to hold my kids away from the cake table, and obviously they've slipped through my fingers, and they were just standing at the cake table. I was like, all right, they're fine there, that's fine. I kept talking to I think Dave's brother, and then all of a sudden I've seen my 4-year-old girl, and I couldn't get there in time. She's just put her finger out and gone and like taken a big scoop of cake with her finger before they'd sung happy birthday, before they'd lit the candles around. I was like, no, Of course it's one of my kids. Why? Anyway, my shit dad moment of the last couple of weeks is, so I did mention that we played a lot of board games over the Easter weekend, and my kids got introduced pretty hard to the game of life. Me and the wife obviously cleaned the floor with them. We made the best choices, obviously. But the look of pure hurt and betrayal on their faces when I was the only one that didn't take the path of kids and family. I cut straight through and kept going. No kids. I was a rich doctor, and I obviously won by a lot. So.
You're like, this is not what I want to do. This is what I have to do.
This is real life, kid.
I have
Life
learned.
sucks.
I have learned from my mistakes.
If you don't have kids, you will be rich. Always remember that.
You'll be rich and skinny.
No sympathy weight on dad weight.
Here's a question for you. Which one of your three will become the board flipper when they lose?
Oh, Mr. 8, yeah. He
Yeah?
does not like losing. The other one has a whinge and sits down, but he's literally just goes, sits there with his thumb in his mouth having a sulk.
Yeah.
But I had another story it was just a story, not a shit dad moment. But I was watching my two boys in the indoor play centre while the wife went to the doctors. So I had them for probably an hour by myself. And I was literally doing what most dads do in indoor play centres and just sitting back, just drinking it all in, not worrying about anything and just relaxing. And it was fine. It was great. No hiccups. The kids were fine. The missus gets there after the doctor. She comes in and she goes, "Is Mr. 5 okay?" It's like, "Yeah, he's fine. He's just playing. He's good." She's like, "Are you sure? You want to go check?" I was like, "I'm not getting up from this chair. He's fine. He's in a play centre. He's good." Next minute, he's chased this. They're on the little bikes, and he's chased this kid down and rammed him and given him a touch up. And I was just like, "Oh no." Literally an hour of nothing, and then that, and then I went out and the other kid, while I wasn't looking, had done something to him. He'd obviously hit him first, so he'd reacted, which obviously wasn't good, but I was just like, fuck it, whatever, man. They've had a good day. Anyway, I had to take him up to the other kid's mum and be like, "So this happened, sorry." And I was like forced him to apologise to the kid, and the other kid just like went like grunted and turned away. It's like, "Fuck you, kid. You're the one that started this. You can fucking apologise too, you little prick."
It's one of those things when there's
But I wanted to keep my blue card, so I didn't say anything.
No, when there's another kid involved where there's their parents watching, you're like, "Oh, I have to get up now."
Yeah.
If it's your own kids, you're like, "They're all right."
That'd be fine.
Yeah.
Up you get.
Yeah. I was going to say, well, now you just need to teach your family. It's like, hold up, if you mess with one of us, you mess with all of us. Yeah, right? You're not going to accept my apology? Watch us come at your boat. Yeah, watch us.
I got you good.
Oh, well, guys, it's been awesome catching up
Yeah.
after so long. Thanks thanks for that. Guys
Good
and
stuff.
listeners, I hope you've enjoyed a good break with the family. Send us in a bit of a spiel of what you've been up to. Let us know. shitdadpod@gmail.com, @shitdadpod on Instagram. Get in touch. Tell us what you're up to. Also, send us any questions you have or anything you want to be doing over the next few weeks. We've got some great content coming up, some really good guests, some exciting things that we're going to talk to you about. But until then, get back into work after the long break and have fun. And like I said, send us through anything that you want to hear because we're excited about the next few months and what's coming up.
Whether you came for some dad advice, a laugh, or some dad hacks, we thank you for taking the time out of your day to listen.
Please get involved on our socials @ShitDadPod on Instagram and TikTok or ShitDadPodcast on Facebook, and of course the share line 07 30 40 95 45.
Support the guys who keep us rolling. Black Property Group and Anytime Fitness Griffin. Add value to your house with your dad bod out.
And don't forget, whether you're here for your kids daily or not, be present wherever you can, because we're all in the same boat when it comes to fatherhood for the kids.